A couple of videos back, I talked about the book Simulacra and Simulation by John Baudrillard, breaking down how we live surrounded by simulacra. Copies of copies repeated so often they lose the original meaning. Now here's how that applies to Jake Paul threatening Blackface.
I've been, over the last couple of days, calling makeup artists, and I was going to do a response to this and like go and do like the full-on darker. Yeah.
Blackface minstrelsy didn't start as a joke. It started in 1830s New York as performance. White actors painting their faces black, exaggerating lips, eyes, hair, turning blackness into something theatrical, something repeatable, something sellable. And here's where Baudrillard creeps in like a glitch in reality. Those performances got repeated over and over and over until the imitation of blackness became more familiar than black people themselves. So now you get people saying wild things like, "I'm blacker than you." Not because they are, but because they're referencing the copy. And it gets even stranger. Race itself, a social construct, but repeated so consistently, so globally, so violently, that it feels more real than biology. So when we see blackface today, even as satire, even as comedy, it doesn't land just as a joke, because it's not referencing reality. It's referencing a simulation of a simulation. You've seen it before. Soul Man, Bamboozled, Tropic Thunder, White Chicks, each one playing with identity, but also exposing how fragile and performative it already is. Even comedians like Drewski flip the lens with whiteface, and suddenly people ask, wait, why is that okay? But that question misses the point, because all of this is built on layers of imitation. So when Jake Paul enters the chat, he's not being edgy, he's just pulling from an archive of distorted copies of blackness that have already been circulating for almost 200 years. And in a hyper-real world, the copy doesn't feel fake, it feels familiar.